y'all. Oh, okay. All right. Well, most on Christ, yeah. Yeah. I was clapped up. Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakathon to my brothers. Yahweh Shem Alathon by Shem Yahushua to my sisters. We had I.S.U.P.K. Start out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, operating under the leadership and the tutelage of Commander Johnny YAHANNA. We're not affiliated with no other Israelite group, Muslim mosque, Christian church, whatever you have it, you understand? The Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, we stand on our own toes and our own merit. We're bringing this truth out since 1969 that Blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people are the true Israelites of the Bible, man. You understand? And it goes without saying, when we see our people today, you can't tell me that they're not Israelites, man. You understand what I'm saying? From just how I.S.U.P.K spirit is and just dealing with them, you understand what I'm saying? We got a certain vibe about us that's separate from America. You feel what I'm saying? Me and my rib, we was at I.S.U.P.K restaurant today, and the server, she showed so much sisterhood. Like, you feel what I'm saying? And it's like, we are a special people. You feel what I'm saying? We love each other and we want to love each other, but of course, because of how America has turned us against each other, sometimes it's difficult for us to do so, right? So, like, don't get me started, y'all. Tonight is the Lashawan Qadash. You understand? In the form of fashion or tradition, what we do, we go over things that are pertinent to the language. Why we have the Lashawan Qadash on Fridays is because Sabbath service is on Sunday, Saturday, like it's Saturday, right? So we do the Sabbath service on Saturday. So what better way to go over and learn what you're going to be reading the day before, you understand, for the next day, which is why this is the tradition of how we do it. You understand? Tonight, we're going to be going into some basics. We're going to be basically touching on things that we talk and say all the time, but we just want to make sure that we know what we're saying. You understand? It's nothing for me to say, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, but can you tell me verbatim what I just said? Can you tell me Shalom Yahweh Shem Yahushua verbatim what I just said? And do you know what those sayings are? You understand what I'm saying? So we're gonna get into it tonight. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we know we got to start a foundation, what I've always liked to do. You understand? When I first started the class, start the foundation, you understand, with the characters and things like that. So we're going to jump into that. You understand what I'm saying? If y'all got any questions, you understand? Got any questions? Not yet? All right. Y'all got any questions online, put it in the group chat. You understand what I'm saying? Give me a 1W, y'all. I checked okay, shalom, sister Maya, Yahweh Shemala Taba Shem Yahweh Shah, sis. What's going on? Sis Gay, Most High in Christ. Got my niece, Sister Lanisha Robinson, Yahweh Shemala Taba Shem Yahweh Shah. Y'all ladies got any questions, man? Y'all put it in the group chat. You understand? It's for y'all. Of course, every class that we teach is for the students, right? Even for me. Because I ain't gonna lie, sometimes while I'm up here teaching, I'll be learning while I'm teaching, like even through the questions that's being asked. You understand? So we're never, even though being a teacher, we're never above correction or above learning. So we just need to know that, right? So, oh yeah, Mosiah Christ. And sister Juanita. There you have a Shawala thought about Shiv Yahushua, sis. All right. So we are in the Lashawan Qadash, right? Like I said, I want to kind of get intimate with everything as far as what we learn, what we talk about, and all that, right? Because again, like we use these words, like I learned this from also Zion Yalo, right? Zion always told me when I teach, right? And I'm pretty sure he's told other brothers. We know what we're saying. We know what we're talking about when we say it, right? But do the people that we're teaching know what we're saying? And that's the most important part. We can say the Lashawan Qadash and this and that, but if I was to ask anybody, what does the Lashawan Qadash mean? Would anybody be able to tell me? You understand what I'm saying? And this is again what we're going to get into tonight. You know, even when you see us stand and we say, "Men of Israel, we're going to render one courteous salute to the teacher." When we say what? Amajim, Imajim Shabbat, Imajim, Barak. I don't get into all that, right? So let's first get into Lashawan Qadash. When we talk about Lashawan Qadash, right? We all know that the root word, it will, okay, first we know Qadash, right? Which is holy or separate. It means holy or separate, right? Which is why we call it the Holy Bible, because this is a separate collection of books from all these other books, right? Which also shows you how the Quran should never be tried to link with the Bible because it's separate. And I think it's Isaiah, what is it, Isaiah 13 and 16, where it says it does not want their mate, right? So we got Qadash, which is holy or separate. Then we got Lashawan, right? First, we're gonna do La. Hey, we do Lashawan. Lashawan, which is tongue. So the root word of Lashawan is tongue, right? So of course we know any time when it comes to like let's see, the Lashawan Kodash, the Wa, adding Wa to a word usually means a process, right? Meaning what? Example would be like ing, right? So instead of talk, right? The process of talk is talking, right? So I'll say a process or verb, right? Because verb is something that's actually being said or actually being done. You understand the word talk? You understand the word for talking would be talking would be the verb of talking of talk, right? We got walk, and walking, right? So when we were talking about the Lashawan Kodash, right? The La, right, means tongue, right? Of course, I would not say, pause, that Lashawan means tonguing. We're not saying that. No, we're not. It's a process or a verb. Because again, when we talk about tongue, okay, let me do this better. Language. Right? Because this is a language class, a Hebrew class. Don't look at me like that. Don't do that. You understand? So this is a language class, right? Or you want to say vernacular, however you want to say it, right? Whenever we're talking about that, when we say the Lashawan Qadash, is to say we're using a language that's separate, a separate language, right? So again, we said with that. So again, an example will be Barak, right? Barak, which is, I'm gonna write what it means is blessed here, right? So now, was it Ba? I always get this mixed up. I always get this. Let me see. Let me see, y'all. Bear with me, because I always mix it up with Barawak or Barak. Let me see. Blessing. Sometimes I misplace my Y's. You mind going to get my book bag? Oh, okay, sure. Oh. So with blessings, right? We got Ba, Ra, Wak, which turns into blessings. All right. So remember again, these are all foundational things that I want us to know and learn and grasp. The main thing we're talking about again is when it comes to holy, right? Because it's like Lashawan Qadash. Because when it comes to this, right, basically we have like I said, we always say Lashawan Qadash, Lashawan Qadash, Lashawan Qadash, Lashawan Qadash. But again, I want us to get acclimated to the words that we're speaking. I want us to understand. Hey, shalom, yo, Trooper Quiet Bar, mighty man. The water for tuning in, brother. Yeah, I'm right. So, like I said, I want to get us acclimated to knowing everything that we're saying, right? Like me, you know what I'm saying? I could be a nerd at times. I ain't gonna hold you. You feel me? Like when we saying prayers, like for example, like the blessing prayer when you get your name. Yabaraka Yahweh, Wayashamarka, Pa'an Yahweh. You understand? While that's being said, I'm trying to correlate that to sentences. I mean, to the English. You understand what I'm saying? The water princess. I'm trying to correlate that to the English. So while I'm doing that, you understand? Or while that prayer is being read, in my head, I'm saying the English. You understand? Even when we say the Lord's Prayer, Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Qadash Hayashim Yahweh Malatuka, Taba'a Ratazayaka. Now I know it's our Father, which art in heaven. Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. So now again, I know as I'm saying these, it's more so resonating to each word that I'm saying, right? So let me fact check myself real quick. Most High Christ. I know I might know a little Hebrew, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So Most High Christ. So when we talk about and this one is blessing. All right, not blessings. So another one, for example, would be heal. And the word heal is ra, pa, ah. If y'all want to get a sister name, Rapa'aya, Rapa'ah, or something. Rapa'ah, healing, or heal, to heal, right? But, so if we want to say healing, Ra, Pa, Wa, Ah, which is healing now. So now as y'all see, you understand what I'm saying is showing y'all when I'm talking about adding the Wa, usually, I'm gonna put this in, quote unquote, usually, right? It usually means process. Why? Because this one is not one. The water. And I know some people might think it is, right? The water is not. The water is just to give thanks. In a sense, you can use that because it's a verb to say thank you, right? But that's not saying thanking. It's more so thank you. But of course, that's why I say usually, because every time it's like certain given rules when it comes to that. You got to go with root words because with the root word of Lashawan, you got Lashan, right? And y'all think about, like I said, how I was taught with Lashan, what you think about when somebody lashes out at you. It's like they say they give you a tongue lashing, pause. You understand what I'm saying? So that's more so what it's speaking about when we talk about this, right? You understand what I'm saying? So, like I said, the water is not necessarily in there. Hey, Shalom, y'all, was good, my Lord. I can't call it. You understand? So you heard me say no, did he? What's good? I don't know. What's good? I can't call it. Good to see you too, sir. So when we talk about that, you understand, like I said, that the water, again, it's not necessarily that. So I'm gonna give y'all a couple more of what I'm talking about, right? So again, remember, the whole reason why we're talking about this is, again, like I said, with everything we learn, we I've learned not to just regurgitate what the hell you teach, like being taught. You understand? And my understanding, what I was told was the greatest form of mastery is teaching, right? So if you were able to teach it, then you've mastered it, right? I ain't saying I'm a master of the Lashawan Qadash. I'm just telling you what I was told, right? So we got one that's gun. Gun means protect, right? So then when we go into protecting, you got Gawan, which is protecting. All right. Another one we should all know is Shamar. All right. Which is watch. And the other one, right, is Shawamar. If anybody know who our general is, I'm just Shawamar. Negro, he is watching you. That's a heavy name, bro. His name, when he got his name poured, his oil poured on his head was I'm watching. Good night. Like, he was destined to be a general. Like, I mean, come on. You know what I'm saying? Like, good night. So again, like I said, these are examples of what I mean when we talking about the Lashawan Qadash. So the form of how we're, again, with the Lashawan Qadash is a language that's being used. So how the Lashawan Qadash, the word comes into fruition is whenever you hear somebody say, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Shabrakatah, Tawab Tawab or Tawabka, Shalom Tawab, you understand? Or it's like, what is it? Shalom Tawabia, you know what I'm saying? Like, how's your peace? Or like Ma Shalomka, how's your peace? I'm tripping. Or, then you would say, Tawabia Shalom, or Tawabia, I'm Tawab, I'm good, right? And hopefully I'm not losing y'all, man. Like I said, I be knowing what I'm talking about, but if y'all don't tell me that y'all don't know what I'm talking about, I can't help you, man. I can't help you. You understand? But it's better for me to help you and easier for me to help you if you tell me what you don't understand. Like I said, I can be explaining it in a way that I'm getting it. But if you're not getting it in hell, like also Hazahar told me my first, man, I talked, sidebar real quick. I talked to Asa Hazahar my first time before I even taught Lashawan Qadash, right? The story that came with that. I'll never forget it. We was in Durham. And while we was in Durham, we had a feast day, right? Where we read Leviticus the 23rd chapter. And we was reading Leviticus the 23rd chapter. You got brothers that'll get there and read. So I remember before a feast day before, also Abraham asked me, could I read it? I was like, I can't read it, Lashawan Qadash. She made an announcement. He was like, brother, this ain't no slight to you, nothing like that. But he said, if you're going to be an officer, then it will behoove you to learn the Lashawan Qadash. So, and he said that. He said he wasn't talking to me, but I was like, I seen that as a challenge. So what I did was I called Asataba One. Now Asataba One was on their phone for damn near 2 hours. Shout out to Asataba One, because that was brotherhood in the mug, bro. You hear me? Like, you know what I'm saying? And when I had before I called him that same day, when Officer Abraham made an announcement, officer who was a trooper at that point in time, Officer Yanazar, that brother came in hitting the ground running. So he was to wild with the Lashawan Qadash. So I'm like, man, how you learn how to read the Lashawan Qadash? He told me, he said, man, what I did was I took every character and wrote it 10 to 20 times. So I was familiar with what I was seeing. Even if you got to literally read it, Abaraham or Abarahama. And then you can say the hum that don't understand what you're talking about, right? So that's what I did. Talked to All-Star One. So when I got up there, you know that baby, how baby rub his hand together. He said, you can read this? I said, I'm gonna try. They put the joint in front of me. I read it. I'm telling about the story because you the one that told me this. This your fault that I'm standing up here. Salakia. So I come down from reading the Lashawan. We was in Durham. I come down for reading the Lashawan Qadash for the the feast day we had. I sat beside you, and you was like, hey, you gonna be our Lashawan Qadash teacher. And I let Austin Barker y'all like, what the hell? What you mean? He said, Austin Zion been looking for a brother to teach the Lashawan Qadash. You gonna be him. I tried to avoid Austin Zion all night that night. Confession is good for the soul, my Lord. You feel me? So I'm like, man, this brother, Prince and Prophet, he wouldn't lie to me. You know what I'm saying? So next thing I know, I seen him. I said, damn, I couldn't, because I'm going to get something to drink. I said, I can't just avoid him. You know what I'm saying? I was Zion leaned up against the wall. He said, hey, Salakia, go ahead and get you some classes ready. You're going to be my Lashawan Qadash teacher. I said, God told damn, Most High Christ. Damn right, Most High Christ. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I say all that to say, man, Most High Christ to that, it was just, like I said, damn. But like at one point in time, this was foreign language to me. You feel what I'm saying? But if you really want it, man, you'll go and get it, Let's get into these characters real quick. And then we're going to get again to the basics, right? So what I always teach when we talk about the characters, you understand what I'm saying? With you even knowing the basis of the Lashawan Qadash, right? Knowing the basis, you would know 66 things about Hebrew, just knowing the basis. And even with knowing 66 things or knowing the basis, right? It even help you when you start seeing certain words to know what they're saying, to know what it's talking about, right? So like, for example, we know with, I keep forgetting to put it down. We know with the characters, right? Each character basically has its so like the characteristics has the character in the characteristics is what I'm trying to say. All right. So again, already with what we just seen right here, with the first series of characters, we've already learned what's that? 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 24 things already you've learned about Hebrew. With just the characteristic of the character, and then the character, what it says itself. And then if we did the transliteration, that's more. So we got cow, tent, camel, all that, right? So we got cow, tent, or house. You got camel. You got door. I wrote Dawada. Good night. I guess I'm trying to talk about David. Just the loss, Slovakia. Boy, this heat worked too damn good. Behold. You got a fish hook. You got a weapon. And you got fence. All right. I still need to check on this one because the sister name is Kawama. Right? Her sister is Kawama. I don't know because her name is I'm protected. And fence is used for protection. So I gotta find out that one, right? So we got Abagada Hawa Zaka Ta Kata Ya Ka La Ma Na Sa I Pa I always do this with this one. Taza. Why do I always do this with that one? Let me write this. So Ta Na which is basket. You got Yad, which is hand. Yeah, cup, which is palm. Yeah, lamad, which is learn. You got mayum, or it can be mayum, slakia. It could be water or waters. Mayum is in a regular plural. Yeah, nawan, which is sprout. You got samak, which is established. You got I.Yun, which is I. You got Pa, which is mouth, for like it. I don't know if I got enough room. I don't know why I always get down to za. Okay. It's like to za, which is to zad, which is side. Can't tell you about my now. Qua Ra Sha Da. So you got Ra'ash, which is head. Look at me tripping. Jumping the gun. Kawash, Salakia. Kawash, which is snare or trap. Ra Ash, which is head. Shun, which is teeth. And X is thal, which is mark, right? So again, right, we got down to 66, 88 things in Hebrew that you just learned with knowing the characters, the characteristics of the characters, the transliteration of the characteristic of the characters. Just with the foundation. This is why you can't build a house without the foundation first. With anything, you got to have a foundation first, right? So we got I.L.O.T, which is cow, right? Now, how I just showed you for another example with cow, right? Another word we would know, and I'm gonna go over these words again, to bring up because these are certain phrases we would say during the Passover and in class, right? So we got I.L.A.W.A.P, right? I.L.A.W.A.P signifies strength. I.L.A.W.A.P is also the number for 1,000, right? So when we get into 1,000, that's I.L.A.W.A.P, right? Now, why we're saying that when we talk about the general, it is I.L.A.W.A.P, because you think about a cow, a herd of cows, and the strength that it has, right? With the general, the strength that they have, you understand, it signifies that when it comes to that, right? Now, again, so when we talk about I.L.A.W.A.P, this means general, right? Now, this is another one where I was saying with the wa. Remember what we said with the wa? The wa, when you put it in here, it's not saying generaling. You understand? That's why I made this statement earlier, showing you with I.L.A.W.A.P or with the wa, you put the wa in there. It's not always to make it a process, right? Just like with Nawan, it's not saying sprouting, right? You understand? Wa is not ing. So, just to give y'all an example, right? So again, this is the signified power. I'll give you another one. When we talk about I.L.A.W.A.P, right? Or the the proto-Sinaitic for the proto-Sinaitic. I think that's how you spell it. Anyway, it looked good to me. So the right, for the is the bull. So this means or you, like you said, it's either a bull or a cow. All right, signifies strength. Now think about it like this. We're talking about father. So Abba, right? Proto-Sinaitic. I always like to bring this out because I think it's dope. You know what I'm saying? So the ba right here, right, is to signify house or like a structure, right? So even this is how you know Adam was intelligent as hell. So even with father, we got Abba for father, right? Which means father. Abba means strength of the house. And you wonder why the man is supposed to be above the woman. Because we're the strengths. You understand? Literally, means bull, a cow, which signifies strength. Ba, which is bayath, right? Or house or tent. You understand? Which is again showing you the strength of the house, right? Now, again, the mama. The mama is Ama. I gotta get the let me see what it is. The actual proto-Sinaitic for Ma. Y'all, like I said, anything I'm bringing up or saying, y'all can look it up as well to see that also Qadash is not tripping. You said there's no A in there. But it's crazy. I done seen this spelled two ways. Shout out to also it's like a Captain Kataza. Okay, so the Ma, right, will look like this. What would that look like? Look like water. You know what I'm saying? And so we got the Ma, which again is water or waters, right? So you think about the Yo, chill. You can't. Most High in Christ. That too, right. Right. The Lord know what he was doing. God, God. So we talk about again, right? We got the ah. So again, ah, ma, which is mother. We talk about the strength. Man, I always put these two wrong. What's this? And think about it like this, right? The father is the strength of the house. But a lot of times, with how the house flows and how it moves, that mother's there for that, right? She's the complement of their strength. You understand? Because she's strong too, especially to deal with them damn kids all day. Good night. You understand what I'm saying? But even so, you think about how waters are, they're calm. You understand what I'm saying? And when we talk about the strength of the man, sometimes he needs that soft touch. Hey, baby, calm down. Now he like, oh, I like you. You understand what I'm saying? So it's basically a compliment off each other, right? Not to get off topic, because I want to go into a tangent, but just showing you how, again, with our culture, man, everything means something. Like, it's not how English is arbitrary, where the letter A, you don't know where the hell the letter A came from. It's just there. Now, I can show you a lot of these things that y'all see with our characters, they took that from us. Like A, B, the G, they threw in the C, right? The D, pause, the H, um, so forth and so on, right? With a lot of these, what they did was they took our characters and then they started forming their own, right? But then they try to tell us that they are the originals. Come on, sir. Oh, we. One of my coworkers was like, "Yeah, such and such, he knows how to, he recognizes the Hebrew. She tried to refute the fact that I know Hebrew. Oh, wow. And of course. Break it down to her. I was like, there's a difference between the Hebrew that you speak. You speak Yiddish. Right. She looked at me like, that. And I said, we would refer to it as the ancient, right? Right, Kawaka. I recognized that in Syrian. And she was like really taken aback the fact that I understood that just that much about the language. Right. Right. And she went on to say something to my coworker about her being Israeli and she can do what she wants to do. Oh, wow. And it just really, it just let me know, like, man, these people truly do think that they're God's chosen people. They really do, Adawan. They do. And we can't. If Baruch wasn't saying Baruch, if we're not to give our honor to another. Right, Khan. You can't reject the language. You can't reject the Lashawan Qadash and truly embody being an Israelite. Damn right. You know what I'm saying? Nah, that man, give him a hand, man. Damn right. That's so heavy, right? And you think about that too. I don't know if it's one in Second Esdras where it says the seal of Zion, right, has been given to a people that hate us. Yeah, Khan. So even when we talk about what lost his honor, you understand that's so heavy because we wear the shield of David, not no damn Star of David, but it's always called the Star of David. And now when we wear it, the first thing they ask is, "Are you Jewish?" No, Negro, I'm the real Jew. You understand? So that's heavy you say that because it's like these vagabonds, they've taken our language, our culture, and made it their own. But y'all the Ashkenazis. A German can't be a Jew. Don't even make sense. Y'all don't even come from the same bloodline. You feel what I'm saying? So that's so heavy when you say that out of while, like, good night. Well, you a better man than me. I would have started cutting. Right. Well, this heat's real. And harmless as a dove, come. Right. 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 A black, Hispanic, Native American woman's hair. You know, but you treat us like we're property. Right. Do whatever you want. She said, no, I can do whatever I want. I'm afraid. And I had to check her like, look, we will terminate this, this partnership because that is disgusting. It is. It is. You know, and you see the brother online, he going and doing, he's walking up and touching, devil's hair or seeing a bunch of children. And saying, right. Oh, the children are so well behaved. Right. They feel like that's disgusting. Man. That's what they do. Is that the same brother that? Okay, yeah, he be tripping. But is that the brother that also went to that devil when he was in the car and said, hold on, is this your car? Okay, I like his videos. They need that because now they can get the understanding of what the hell we going through. Because he was talking to someone, I forgot where he said he was at. He was like, oh, I'm such and such. He's like, oh, you talk really good to be over here, or something like that. Yeah. What's your name? Right. You know what I'm saying? And the other guy looking at him like, why is he talking to him like that? But we go through that in our all daily lives. Like, and like you said, when the shoe is put on the other foot, now they got a problem with it. You understand what I'm saying? So this is how you know the oppressors, the goddamn devil the Bible speak of, man. Good night. They know what they doing. They do. They do. So we're going to get into some common phrases and common words, right? Let me erase this. Common phrases and common words, right? Common phrases and words. All right. First one we should all know, right? Shalom. Not no goddamn shalom, not no shalom, none of that. Shalom. All right. Which means peace, which is also a greeting, right? Shalom is not a greeting. It's the form of like, so for example, with shalom, right? I'm saying this, I know I hate this goddamn word, but I'm only saying this for teaching purposes. Let's say if me and also Ayathan got into an argument, God forbid, right? It's my brother. We're gonna talk it out like man. But anyway, if we got into an argument or an altercation or a disagreement, right? The shalom would be me going to the brother and making peace with the brother, right? A lot of times you don't need the why in that because remember again what we was talking about earlier was when you put the why in the word, it makes it a form of a process. The only reason why this was made like this, again, this is only teaching process purposes. Good night. I hate this word. We got the Shah at Salaki. I need to put it in the Assyrian because this is what they did. Like those devils that I was just talking about. This is what they did. They took this, and when you see it, it'll look something like this, right? Something like that, right? You just see the T with the dots, right? This dot and this character here is no longer a wa. It turns into an O. So now what the oppressor did was they took our language, not that it wasn't already bastardized, because you think about it, the reason why we did the Assyrian, because under the Assyrian captivity, these people, they did not know how to read our language. They couldn't understand our language. So what they wanted us to do was to make a language so that they could understand. Officer Hazahab always called this the coon language, or raccoon, Salaki for better terms of YouTube, right? The whole point of them writing this or this is to say this with the O, which is tells you fake Israelites don't know how to read Hebrew. Because again, even the oppressor knew that this was shalom. He just took the damn Y to make a O sound. But when they dummies read it, they read shallow, you understand? But this is basically piecing, right? So again, when I'm going up to the brother and I'm saying shalom, you're saying I'm making piecing. I don't even make no goddamn sense. Right. Well, damn. Me either. Right. Wish your ass bad. Right. It is. It is. Good night. And see, I'm gonna show you the heaviness in shalom real quick, right? I love breaking this down. When I see Officer Hazahab break this down, I say, yo, if I could teach this every time I got a chance to, I will. And this is one of my times that's my chance, right? We got shalom, right? Each character, right? And I'm gonna use mine, but of course we know when we got the connectors, it takes the I off. But I need the ma here for a specific reason, right? We got shun, which is teeth. We got lamad, which is learn, right? And a lot of times these words that we have, a lot of them are formed because of this, what I'm about to show you. So now think about it. Like, I'm gonna tell you a story within Shalom, right? Shalom, the shun, which is teeth. We talk about teeth, it's not necessarily like you biting somebody. But with teeth, it comes with going through something, right? When we talk like the scripture talks about gnashing of teeth, it's not necessarily talking about the teeth gonna be chewing on you. It's meaning you're going through hell. You're going through something that's a teaching purpose process. Guess what? After you get through it, you've learned. You learn, right? So now let me show you the equation of what I'm talking about. All right, make it like an equation. So with like we said, the teeth, you go through something, then from you going through it, you learn, which what a lot of times that where wisdom comes in, because now you become wiser about how to deal with the situation. The next one, the next step from the hell you went through and now learning it, you become calm as the water, which brings you peace. This is how a lot of our characters, a lot of our words are formed. Now, again, I can't break everyone down. I need 5,000 how to go into that. I think that would be a dope class to do that with different words like that. You understand what I'm saying? But like I said, the way that these are formed, the way that our characters are, each character has a characteristic, and when you put them all together, it forms one specific word. When you think about this, right? For example, my name is Qadash, right? It's forward. So those characters that are formed all together going to show you how to move forward, right? Because you got the qua, which is a snare. You got the da, which is a dalath, which is the door. Right? Good night. Hold on. Did I just snap and I didn't even mean to? Hold the hell up. I just understood my name more. I don't want to log in. Good night. Hold up. So ka, wash, right? Which is snare. La. It sounded almost like it, right? That was crazy when I said door. I thought about that too. Good night. We the loft, right, which is door. And then you got ma, which is again my yum, right, or water. Now, and again, my whole name means forward, right? So you think about that snare. I've overcome the snare. That snare was me being in the goddamn world, right? The snare is the things that I go through in daily life, but I gotta walk through that door. Once I get through that snare, walk through that door, I'm calm as the water, and now I'm able to move forward. All right. I ain't gonna keep doing this with all these words. I just want to show y'all again. When we talk about our characters, our language, our culture, I'm telling you, man, there's so much power in these things, man. Come. Right. Tazaid. Because the wa now means that it's emotion. Right. So the wa again, like we did with Barak, right? Barak means bless, but the action form of bless is blessing. So when we're talking about the action, it makes it an action because again, we know we say forward, but it's not necessarily like forward could be anything. Progress, right? But now when we say Quadawam, now we're doing that progress. Khan, sir. Right. The process of Khan. Just like we said, like Gawan meaning protect. Now, if protecting, yeah, right. You understand? Or Shamar, right? We know watch, but now if we're saying Shawamar, now you're watching. Or you can say Anya Shawamar, meaning I'm watching again, which is general's name. So now it's more so showing you that I'm on watch. I'm paying attention to everything. So that why just adds a process to it. So we got Shalom, we got Barak, which is blessed. And again, like I said, these are just words that we would all know. But like I said, I want to make sure when we saying it, we know what the hell we saying, man. Because it's easy to just say it. Come. Q. With the Q, you talking about like this? This right here, this Barak here, means lightning. He think he's slick. You be seeing it, he be having them eyes. Hey, yo, so Salakia, sis, when you know what I'm saying. Hey, Salakia, I'm the Barak. Don't beat me up, brother. I love you, brother. That's a smooth brother, though. Right. Indianapolis. The one that cooks? I know you're not talking about Captain Capash. Oh, Matara. Also Matara. Right. Both sides crazy. Right. Right. Oh, we. Right. Right. Come. Both sides crazy. Right. But see, credit to you. I'll never forget, man. Like I said, I remember all the conversations I had with priests and prophets of the Lord. Right. I remember we was leaving this library right here. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I was asking the whole breakdown of the name. You was telling me like with a name, it talks about what you need to be strong in or what you're strong in, right? Which is like I said, me knowing my name helped me more so to understand myself. Because there's situations that it's hard for me to move forward with, and some of them I can hurry up and move forward. You know what I'm saying? So, like you said, like with certain names, we live up to that name. You see what I'm saying? Which is the characteristics that we give the men above us to give us this blessing that the Lord has given us. So I think, like you said, that's heavy what you're saying that with our name. You know what I'm saying? Right, right, right. They definitely do. Right. Kind. Damn right. Right, right, right. Kind. Both sides crying. Damn right. That's right, man. You know what I'm saying? So again, you helping me to show how strong our culture really is, man. Which is I would understand why every freaking body want to be us. You got Ethiopians and Africans that talk about they Ethiopian Jews. That's a goddamn oxymoron. That's like a bald-headed man with dreads. That don't make no damn sense, out of one. You can't be an Ethiopian and a Jew. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, good night. You feel what I'm saying? But again, man, like we say, like, so I think why I had to come here with these like with these words here, because I think sometimes we may take this for granted, and maybe we don't, but we know so much of our culture. It's like second nature. But again, when we reading these things and saying these things, do we know what we saying? Like again, when I say Yabaraka Yahweh, what did I say? Right? May the Most High bless him, right? Or bless you, right? Or when we come in here, we say Yahweh Hashem Yabashabaraka Yah. Now we know we're saying what? May the Most High bless me. Or may, it's like may the Most High in the name of Christ bless me. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why, like I said, I wanted to get into these things to make sure. What time we got around? Oh, most time, correct. We're doing good. Damn right. Okay. All right. Let's keep going. We got a few more minutes. So we're Barack, right? With Barack, right? Let me see my list because man, I got so many words in my damn head. It's ridiculous. Right. Based off of our great characteristics. Man. I keep thinking about Matthew, good chapter. Come. It says, "Ye are the light of the world." Like literally, they won't make a move in any direction until they look. Right. That's what I'm saying. I see commercials and I see like these marketing agendas. Right. To try to be hip. Somebody said something like, "Oh, this is slapping." I'm thinking like, and it was probably a devil that said it. It threw me off because it was like, talk like that. They don't. Right. Maria tacos of all things. Right. And this dude was like, "Oh, this is fire," and it pissed me off because it was like, you're not even giving credit to where credit is due. Right. I know that the only reason why you said that because you think it's cool to say that. That's right. Where did you get that? That part. Right. When he was, why did they come? Man. Right. Hey, but look now on surreal though, like that's heavy. You say that because you think about it like this. There's a video where it says when the oppressor takes our food, right? It was this oppressor. He had a hat on backwards, glasses, and he bit into a piece of fried chicken. You see this brother, that bite, he just literally like it was like a ghost came over him. He said, "Oh my God, this is what season tastes like." He said, "Man, I'm gonna call my mom and cuss her the hell out right now." You know what I'm saying? Two oppressors were standing in front of him. Yeah, he came to life out of one. Two oppressors standing in front of a damn the food truck eating macaroni and cheese. He said, "Oh my God, I'm black. I'm freaking black. I'm black." Like these people, they get into and there was another, like I said, it's a compilation of videos. They had this one oppressor, you understand, which is I can't stand to see a sister with an oppressor. God, so damn girl. God, girl, you know you can give that love to a brother or a Hispanic, Native Indian. They all brothers in our eyes. Good night. You had to go to an oppressor. It is though, con with con. But dog, like I said, she got the video, the camera on him. He couldn't even pick his damn face up. She said it's good. He looked like he kept eating. But see, this is the thing that how you know the oppressor, the devil, the Bible speak of, because our culture, most of our Christ. Yeah. Yeah. Our culture is so bomb. Every nation wants it, but they don't want us to have it. Remember that. Our culture is so fire. Every culture wants to have it, and they don't want us to have it. I mean, good night. You understand? Yeah, I'm gonna get some more of that. So it's like, I mean, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? So we got a few more words, and then we're gonna get up out here. I'm gonna kind of throw out. So we got Qua, Sha. Right? This means in request. Qua, Sha. Qua, Sha. I'm gonna have to erase some of this. Qua, Sha.
So, like, if I may,
Come,
if you don't
sir.
mind, I'm gonna pull that precept.
Baba Kasha, yes, sir.
We're talking about Matthew 5:14.
Right.
Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on an hill cannot be hid. And so that's so heavy. You know, Christ is telling us that so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we the light of the world, the entire world.
Good night, damn right.
You know, and he says a city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Regardless of whatever we do, even at our lowest, like I said, all the other nations, they emulate us. They take little things from our language, from our style, from our spirit, from our vibe, and they try to, you know, apply it to themselves, but it just don't sit right.
It don't.
It's off.
Right.
And if you're not acknowledging where you're getting this stuff from, man, you know, that's the crime.
Right.
You know, that's the true crime. And we all know. That's the crazy part about it, is that we see you saying these things, like using terms like fire and slapping, and you know, you got a little bop to you now. You know what Tim's to wear, what Tim's not to buy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's because ye are the light of the world. That's
right.
Said. A city that is set on the hill cannot be hid.
Right.
You know, they might try to suppress our identity and make us identify with being Africans and all this other nonsense, but if you so-called black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, you're an Israelite, man.
That's right.
Salaki.
Yeah, I'm right. Give him a hand. Most are cursed, man. And that's so heavy. Like you said, otherwise it's like, even down to, I seen a video the other day again where this mug is called a wigger. And he was proud to be called that. And guess who the main people that's hyping him up? Our people. It's funny how we always ready to damn invite them to the damn you know, to the cookout. But when the hell have they ever? We become the cookout because they eat us or hang us. You understand? Like, good night.
Salaki, I saw a video of a devil, a little oppressor.
Right.
And for Christmas, his mama bought him a Nike Tech.
Yeah.
He got the Nike Tech and the chain.
Yeah. You see how he had the swag like he was us. He had that certain aura. You know what I'm saying? What ain't it a book called The Delectable Negro or something like that? That's how you know they study us, man. You know what I'm saying? And again, like, ain't that what they call otherwise? It's crazy. Like, they've learned to take our culture and use it against us, man. Like, good night. So I wanna use another word, right? Like I told y'all, just knowing words is heavy, right? So we all know the fourth son of Israel, right? It's Judah, right? And again, I'm showing y'all how knowing Hebrew helps you understand. Our culture helps you understand the words. So Judah is YAHANNA. And we are. Does anybody see a correlation anywhere on this board to Yahweh? Right here. All right. We know his name literally means the Most High thanks. So when we talking about, again, the characters, right? Knowing what we're seeing, right? The water is like to say thank you. The water and Judah, so like Judah is basically a mixture of Yahweh and the water. So to say Yahweh the water is to say Yahweh, which means the Most High thanks. All right. But again, like I'm showing you, when we see certain things in our characters in our culture, again, knowing the water helped me understand that the water was in Yahweh. The only thing we see, like you said, is you got the Wada right here, right? So that's the water without the TH. Then you got Yahweh, right? It got everything in here. But the Da is just added in there. And again, now we see it's the Most High thanks, right?
Salak, if I may. I pull this precept real quick. And I
talk to it.
Genesis chapter 49, verse 8. Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. That's so heavy. Because now it's like, you bringing it full circle now.
Right. See,
I never knew that before this evening. It's a lock it.
Both sides Christ. So now you see, even with praising somebody, when you thank them, that's like giving them praise. You feel what I'm saying? So again, like it says, he is him that y'all shall praise. There go that praise right there. That's the water. So, Salakia, you know what I'm saying? Both sides Christ. Right. God. So again, man, like you said, like, and I could go into this next week. That can be a class for next week. You feel what I'm saying? To go into all the tribes and again get intimate with every meaning of it, right? You feel what I'm saying? Like, for example, I they ain't our people, but the Ishmaelites, right? Yashemai Allah, right? Shemai is the root word of that, right? Which is to hear, right? So it's he heard of the Lord, right? They was heard of the Lord because they got kicked out of the damn house. The Lord heard their affliction and he helped them. He looked out for them. You understand what I'm saying? Leaving with Shemai 1. You understand? I think that's affliction heard. You understand? Again, Shemai, which means to listen or hear, right? Shemai Yasha'Allah, Yahweh Allah Hayanawa, Yahweh Kai, right? Affliction heard. You understand what I'm saying? So again, like I said, once you start getting to know these words and getting familiar with them, a lot of times when you see them, you be like, boom, okay, Most High in Christ. Like my first time understanding priest was with I.S.U.P.K when he first got his name, which means serving priest, right? So anytime now I see Kahan, I know it means priest. You know what Captain Kahan name is? I think, was it Thumb Yah? Was Thumb Yah? I think it was Gold. I think it's Golden Priest, man. God, I forgot it, man. Because I had seen the breakdown of it. Because it's like, yes, come with Khan. Most precious than fine gold, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, but see that I know it's different with names. Kanham Thumb, yeah, Khan. Yes, Khan. See, this one is different. So, like Zahab is the word for gold, but like I said, I have to get it because I know. Damn, Zahab, come. But see, I think his means something wolf. You know what I'm saying? Because that man, that's why I say when we talk about Hebrew, it's so complex. You know what I'm saying? So we say, I would know what Shabbat my uncle does say. Basically, we saying I think it's lacum that's in there. Thanks our daily bread, right? Wasalak Lanauer, I forgot, but with the lacumya or lacum yum, meaning bread, right? We're saying we're thanking the Most High for bread, but if two brothers are getting ready to box, I can say lacum, meaning fight. You feel what I'm saying? Same exact characters, same exact word, but now a different meaning. That shows you also with how we speak, Adawan. If I say I'm about to go to work and get this cheese, I ain't talking about something that I eat. You talking about some money. That's how Hebrew is. That part. So that's how Hebrew is a lot of times with certain ways that we speak. We already got slang within our words. Yeah, come on. Oh, who that? He coming through? It's up to him. He runs it the way he has to be. Tell him whatever he want to do. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's right. Right. We're gonna do a couple more words, man, and we're gonna get up out of here. Come.
Slang.
Right.
We got our own separate little dialects, even when it comes down to the backward languages that we've been forced to learn.
Right.
We took English and turned it into something that the oppressor, you know what I'm saying?
He
don't even understand.
He don't. But now he try to speak the way that we speak within his own language that he created. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He know his language is some bull crap. That's right.
The only place where an oppressor or someone from another nation they're not invited to the cookout.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
That's a beautiful thing.
Damn right. Damn right today. Yeah, that's damn sure a beautiful thing. I love it that we don't invite that behind. I don't deserve it.
Oh, Salakia, speaking of cookouts,
Ooh-wee.
April the 1st, they got the kickoff for the Passover weekend down in Houston, Texas.
Most High Christ.
I hear it's going to be a 3-point contest, Officer Ayathon.
I'm getting in there.
I hear it's going to be a slam dunk contest.
Ooh-wee.
Who doing that?
Not me.
Qadash was like, who dunking in Israel?
That part. Bad knees and everything.
And we both thought about Officer Armak in that moment, but I was like, I was hating. Officer Armak, he ain't dunking. Not now. Right. Maybe a year ago. Not now.
Babies, man.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna clip it here, man. You understand? The water for everybody tuning in, coming in tonight, man. We're gonna pass the class off to precinct officer of 1,000. Also, I thought for the security announcement, man. Clap it up.
I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K. Start out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are to share themselves of the world. They need transportation. The teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which a brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. Book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, means 10th in the Hebrew, ma'asra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, get a treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offer for a priest, not mandatory whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. You understand? We have, what was it? The Purim. So I think it's Purim. Purim, 14th day and the 15th day of the 12th month. That's Monday, the 2nd of March, and Tuesday, the 3rd of March. You can read about that in the book of Esther, chapter 9, verse 20 through 31. You also have, before that, we doing a food and clothing drive here the 17th of January. You know what I'm saying? Pull up right here to 454. What is it, what is East Russell Street? You understand? We're gonna be doing a food and clothing drive. We also had a Passover coming up. You know what I'm saying? Get your affairs in order. The Passover will be April 4th in Houston, Texas, at the B&H Ranch. You understand? We running it back. Make sure you get your funds in order and get with your camp leader, you know what I'm saying, to figure out the transportation. If anyone wants to come and troop in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirts, pants, headband, scarf. With that, a miser, which means to stand, sisters, be seated. And Israel going to render one courtesy salute to the teacher. And Israel, my Shabbat, Amadim, Barak, Yahweh, Shem, Yahshua, Barakah. I'm tying down, sorry, turn to face the sister. This is our mom, which means to stand. Man, Israel going to render one courtesy salute to the sisters. Man, Israel, my Shabbat, Amadim, Barak, Yahweh, Shemar, Thabah, Shem, Yahshua. Y'all tying it down, class is good.